In 2017, there were 338 requests made by Spain regarding traffic offences committed there. The following year, it rose to 4,647. In 2019, there were 3,818 requests. So far in 2020, there have only been 24. Daniel Feetham, the opposition spokesman who had posed the original question, asked if the arrangement was reciprocal and if Gibraltar made requests of Spanish motorists committing offences here. The Chief Minister said this wasn't necessary because the steps taken by Gibraltar were far more draconian and Spanish motorists can have their vehicles impounded. But Mr. Feetham said in a previous answer to a similar question, he'd been told that the Driver, Vehicle and Licensing Authority in the UK didn't make requests to Spain on behalf of Gibraltar. This gave rise to a wider debate about the post-boxing system, where the UK handles requests on Gibraltar's behalf, which Mr. Picardo said had been introduced during the GSD's time and done a lot of damage because it had made Spain's non-recognition of Gibraltar's authorities sacrosanct.
And what we have at the moment is a situation where there are requests from Spanish authorities. We don't know, in fact, whether they are requests directly to the Gibraltarian authorities and whether Gibraltarian authorities are answering it directly to the Spanish authorities outside the post-box arrangements. And I will ask another question next time round. But doesn't he feel at least some concern that there are thousands of requests to the Gibraltar authorities about Gibraltarians committing offences, traffic offences in Spain, that information is being provided by our authorities, but there is not one request, not one, Mr. Speaker, from our authorities to the Spanish authorities in relation to offences committed by Spanish drivers here in Gibraltar.
He is right to point us in this direction, and this is an issue that we have taken up on a number of occasions, and that is to undo that which we did not support when we were in opposition, which they did when they were in power, which is the post-box, which was the making sacrosanct the non-recognition of Gibraltar by Spanish authorities, which he sat in the government that agreed and supported, and which we are seeking to undo. Because we don't accept that information should come to Gibraltar from Spain via a post-box. We don't accept that Gibraltar should seek information from Spain via a post-box. We think it was wrong for the GSD to agree that. We think it is retrograde to do that. In particular, in the digital age, it doesn't work. And Mr. Speaker, I think he will now take the view that they were wrong to agree it.
In other questions on traffic, Elliot Phillips asked about the government's plans to roll out its £10 per capita investment into cycling, infrastructure, awareness and safety programmes. Traffic Minister Vijay Daryanani said the Transport Advisory Committee had been convened and had met twice, discussing the exciting plans to develop new cycling lanes. He said the government was considering implementing a ride-to-work scheme where employers could assist workers to buy bicycles in exchange for tax advantages, and was working towards the construction of covered bicycle parking. He said the government was committed to promoting cycling and walking, and added the total investment would easily surpass the £10 per capita threshold. Mr. Daryanani also revealed the total cost to date of the Sustainable Traffic and Transport Plan was £475,758.